What's going on, guys? Kaiger here, and this morning we got a notice with a bunch of information about Dragon Knights, Guild War. Alright, so this is the update for this week for Korea. They normally get things 2 to 4 weeks before NA, and generally nowadays, Global is getting everything about the same time that NA gets. So we should be seeing this stuff in 2 to 4 weeks, somewhere around there. So if we take a look, first thing we're going to talk about is the Guild War. One on one, just like we saw before. They say in some situations, one-on-one may occur if there's not enough people. If there's 4 teams, they can't put all four in there. So it'll be one-on-one and one-on-one, just for an example. It's Now this is the interesting thing. They go in seasons, which is 12 weeks, which would be 3 months. But they say they're doing a 2 week preseason to test and make sure matchmaking and things like that work, which sounds good. I'll be keeping an eye on the Korea meta to see what's going on over there. Battles take place on Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays, leaving Wednesday as a rest day and weekends off. Guild members will get 10 attacks, 5 on the Monday and Tuesday battle, and 5 on the Thursday and Friday. Summoner and 4 units will be put on the defense, like we saw when they told us about it before. So they get fatigue just like Galagos. So when you attack, it looks like when you attack, you will lose your fatigue, just like in Galagos it says. 6 defenses per person. So this will make you want to upgrade a whole bunch of units so you can put more defenses up, it looks like. Each guild has a main base and 12 bases. Take up as many as you can, just like this is the map right here. So down left, up top, to the right, they're all the spots, and you have to attack each other. Take as many as you can during the time limit. And they're telling us the rewards will be crystals and summon scrolls. That sounds a lot like the other PvP modes. And in the other PvP modes, once you get towards the top, if there's a guild ranking, then there will also be LD scrolls, and you will also, as it says right here, you will get additional rewards for having high contribution, just like in Guild Raid, top 3 get extra stuff. They're adding Sunset Island, which is the new 5-on-5 battlefield. This is the NPC one we were told about. This sounds exactly like a MOBA. You kill their boss monster, which will be like the Nexus in a MOBA style game, battle arena style game, and you destroy their neutral bases, just exactly like a MOBA. PvP damage reduction going to 40% instead of 30%. And they're also getting rid of Moonshadow Forest, as we saw from the Korea one in the past. They plan to have that come back way later, towards the end of July or August. It's still unsure, because here it sounds like they swap day by day on Korea, whereas over here on NA and on Global, they swap weekly. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. This is a huge change. So in Korea, they have a mythic level of equipment that have mythic passives. It's going to be very, very interesting, because now it sounds like everything is going to have a mythic level. Hero raid item now added to the raid coin shop. So the whole crafting process is going to be interesting. We'll have to see how that develops. This Costume dismantling is something we've seen before from the Korean patch notes in the past. Uh, if you purchased or crafted uh, costumes in the past, you can use these scissors requirement to dismantle them, so you can go craft them on your other character to get those. Galagos is going from every 2 weeks to every 4 weeks, making it a month long, just like the Tower of Ascension, but they're upping the rewards to try to make up for it. Sprout's going away, as we know in NA and Global. It's pretty much gone with very, very minor rewards. Over there, they're getting rid of it entirely. So this is something that we're not going to have in Korea. They have a discount bundle thing that is working correctly. In Galagos, a function is added to replace the card by paying a certain cost without. We already have that. You can pay gold, and then the gold cost keeps going up. Background transparency, chat command on PC. When you select a monster from summon, move back to encyclopedia so you can go check its book effect, things like that. Lack of guild quest, additional quests were. Ooh, that's very, very nice. And NA and Global, when we have the guild quest request, where they want you to go do 21 over the course of 7 days. A lot of people eat up as many as they can on the first 2 or 3 days so they can hit that Devilmon at the end as quickly as possible. You only need the 3 a day to do it, so you don't have to take anything extra, but they're going to be adding more so that people can get it easier. Now, Dragon Knights. And I pre-read some of these, and oh my god. Fire attribute. Can't receive more than a certain percentage of their HP at one hit. So they can counterattack, and they have vampirism and counterattack skills. So I don't know how I feel about that in PvP. Yes, not being bursted is good, but right now, at least on NA and Global, it's not very. The summoners are the burst damage, whereas the units, heal might be an interesting anti-cleave, but water is huge in the meta right now, so he might have a hard time. Water attribute. Why do they keep making water so busted in all these characters? Surrounds himself with dragon's energy, continuously dispel debuffs, and continuously applies frostbite to nearby enemies. Frostbite, if you don't know, it does damage over time, obviously, but it also reduces movement speed and attack speed. So that's going to be very interesting. Each time a debuff is dispelled, so he's going to keep cleansing, very similar to Anavel. And when he cleanses, he gets defense up and Dragon Soul, which heals him. So instantly, without knowing the numbers or anything, water is sounding very, very strong. Just like all these newer characters, all the water ones just, man. Water can nullify skill cooldown increase and decrease, and ultimate gauge increase and decrease effects of allies and enemies in arena and occupation battles, and can use skills first at the start of battle. So everything there sounded good, because you're stopping the Eleonora, you're stopping the Lamias, you're stopping the Light Sky Dancer, you're stopping a bunch of very, very powerful effects. You're stopping the Charlottes, the green occult girl. You're stopping a lot of these annoying effects. You're even stopping what some people are trying to do with things like Lauren, as you know, or Terrible Tornado. But what is a little confusing here is towards the end, Aang can use their skills first at the start of battle. What does that mean? Does that mean like first cast of your skill is free? Does it mean he does his skills? because all of them on auto use their skills immediately. So use the skill first in battle, and he's calling out the PvP game modes and his abilities. He's probably going to be a big PvP unit, as it sounds like. Light and Dark. Light is immune to CC, greatly buffs himself when a teammate dies, which is huge. And the Dark grants range debuff, cannot be dispelled, and provoke, and whenever the caster receives crit damage from skills, uh, this is a translation thing. It sounds like the summoner cooldown is reduced, or it's saying the other monsters' skill cooldowns are reduced. Because it says the skill cooldown of team summons is reduced. But this could be a translation error. Then we saw this before already. A lot of us speculated that this would be Valkyrie, which it is. But if we see right here, you'll be able to get it from the arena shop. It doesn't say Brawl or what have you. They have several. They have the Pioneer ones in the Brawl, so probably there. New summoner costume that you can craft, and that is everything. They did say that the soul connection, which is the thing that we heard about before, where Nat 4s get stats from Nat 5s, which they still haven't expounded very much on. They said it was pushed back because they still have to internally test it before they tell us what's going on. Let me know in the comment section down below which part you're most excited for, which Dragonite you'll be summoning on. Until next time, guys.